Hey there, Coach Hoiid here to give you a little bit of a breakdown to Vishimtar, the cursed dragon. So, as you can see here, we actually have a diagram of the cursed nest. And what we're going to do here, we're going to be approaching here from the west side. As a raid force, we are going to enter. We are going to take Vishimtar right here. And we are going to surround her and kick her little behind. Now, there's going to be a lot of different things that are going on here. It's kind of crazy, so we don't want to just be focusing on the dragon. Although that's where we want to do a lot of the damage, that is not what we need to do as a raid. So as we're doing damage at about 75%, there's shadows that are going to be spawned. They're little weaklings, so we want to make sure we have no damage shields. We want to make sure that we face away from them so we do not accidentally attack them back and kill them. We would pull them out to approximately this location here and keep them away from the raid. While that happens, we will continue to damage Vishimtar. But that's not all, folks. So as we are damaging the dragon, throughout the raid, there will spawn eggs in various locations, generally to the north or south of the raid. As that occurs, we must stop damage on Vishimtar completely and go destroy those eggs. After we destroy the eggs, we go back onto Vishimtar. Now, you're thinking, oh, okay, Coach Hoiid, I can get that, that's no problem. But that is not all. Once we get to 50%, there are 4 drakes in the zone that will become active. They are undead and they do lots of damage. What we need to do is pull all of them to one side, and we will have an SK Shadow Knight kite them around in a circle so they do not die, because if they die they respawn and they do not do damage to the raid. That will prevent us from expending additional resources on trying to take those guys down. Now I'm sure you're saying, okay, Coach Hoiid, that's pretty easy, I can handle that. But that's not all. Once we get down to 25%, all damage on Vishimtar will be halted. It is because she cannot drop below 25% unless we fulfill the next mechanic. As we go along, there's going to be mournful spirits that will spawn around the raid. The raid will be getting a debuff that is a death touch, meaning you will die unless you get it cured. There are 2 ways to cure it. Number 1, you go up to a mournful spirit, you hail it, and you say, "Shoulder my burden." We should all have a macro for that, so that way we can do it very quickly. Now, if that does not happen, and if you are a cleric, you must use Divine Aura or Divine Barrier. If you are a main tank, you can call for Bestow Divine Aura or Divine Barrier. So that way you will not die from the death touch. Note, you must do that right before the death touch hits. For each mournful spirit that we say shoulder my burden to, Vishimtar can go down an additional 1%. That means we need to do it, say it with me folks, 25%. Okay, we need to do it 25 times to get down that entire percentage. Once that happens, she will be dead. All these other mechanics continue to happen, so it is just stacking one after the other. And that, I promise you, will get us the win.